says it. There it goes. There it goes. Welcome back. My name is Timothy Judkins. You have made your way back to the Realty Resource Report. We are live on Facebook and TikTok right now. So if you guys are tuning in, thank you for tuning in. This is where we give buyer and seller tips, give you the latest and greatest in real estate news, what's happening in the market, and hopefully help you and your family move to that next destination when it comes to bigger and better places when we're talking about home ownership. All right. We need to get everybody out of rentals, trying to get everybody into some ownership because let me tell you, it's not getting easier. Not getting easier. Government shutdowns, things of that nature, elephant in the room type thing, right? So let me start with that. It actually was not one of my topics I was going to cover today, but if I'm going to throw it out there, I might as well pick it up, right? So the government shutdown is impacting real estate sales. It is. And I just want you guys to understand in what capacity is it affecting. So the real estate sales are affected by any government-backed loans. If you have a FHA, a VA loan, a USDA loan, sometimes if you need stuff from the IRS as like a credit verification, income verification, anything that deals with the government entity right now is on pause. It's on slowdown. I actually got a call from a bank earlier today. I'm not going to say who the bank is because I don't know if this is bank specific or they're all banks across the board, but the SBA loans are also at a freeze right now until the government gets back up and running. Okay. So that's how it's impacting us in the real estate world. I made a TikTok about it if you guys have seen it the other day. I believe we've had a government shutdown every single year since I've been licensed since 2019. Every single year, it seems like we have another shutdown, and obviously we are renegotiating policies, contracts, things of that nature. I assume that's why most of the shutdowns happen, but it's staying there. It's happening every year at this point, so it's like somebody has to, finagle a better deal some way. And if jobs are on the line, it seems like people start to pay attention when that's the circumstance. Unfortunately. I hope everybody had a amazing weekend. We had a blast. The Remax team, we had a little party at the Ogilvy cabin for Ogilvy Fest. They were there all weekend. I could only show up for that one day. I was defeated, you guys. I was defeated the next day. And I know it was because I was not very savvy in my drink choice, right? So I was drinking and mixing and mastering different drinks. And so I woke up the next day like, nope, not again. And not touching Fireball anymore. If you love Fireball out there, that's great for you. I like Woodford Reserve. I like Bullet Rye. There are so many other whiskey choices we could be doing. Fireball is just, I can't do that one, bro. I can't. We're gonna have to make other choices. But moving on beyond that, right? So let's get into the topics that's going on in the real estate world. So every time I get on the Realty Resource Report broadcast, I talk to you guys about the latest and greatest on what's happening in the real estate world, nationwide or Ohio focused, because that's where I'm licensed. So this is where I'm doing the sales at. Okay. So the first article I wanted to go across today was investors now make up nearly 27% of the home transactions that happened this year. One more time, 2025, investors have bought 27% of the homes that are on the market this year. 27%. And they're institutional investors. They're all cash offers. They're from LLCs. And because the higher mortgage rates, the price fluctuations, it's actually becoming, they're actually reshaping the real estate market indirectly, or maybe directly. Maybe they're intentionally trying to do this. But 27% of the transactions that has happened nationwide in America, real estate sales have been done by investors. institutional investors, LLCs, or even small-scale landlords. Okay, so and because of this, they are modifying the realm we are in. So if you have an investor client who is buying and selling or looking for things, that's why. That's why. And it's funny that, I actually have a few investors. I told you if you watched the last couple episodes, they are back. My investors are back and they're buying. They're back and they're buying, man. They're back and they're buying. Okay. Oh, so the second article, I thought this one was interesting. The state sues. So multiple states, 5 states actually, sue Zillow and Redfin for antitrust violation. They're monopolizing the market. That's what they believe. They believe they're monopolizing, they're taking over everything, right? And so they're basically saying that they're limiting the competition when it comes to online rental listing space. So when you're putting your rental online, Zillow and Redfin, them coming together, when they combine together, apparently is restricting the ability and the amount of options there are to put your rental online for advertisement. Now, based on this, changes can happen. So actually, if the lawsuit goes through in a positive way for the people, then new regulations and transparency requirements will come into how we are putting our listings online when it comes to rentals and how people are seeing those and where they're seeing them. This is more of a data situation, a data sharing type lawsuit. So very interesting. See where that's going. Because whenever Zillow and Redfin get into a lawsuit, I normally think they just settle out of court. I don't really think that they fight these type of things. But hey, I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Just telling you what I'm seeing, okay? All right. So now if we get on the Realty Resource Report, we got to give you a buyer and a seller tip. So if you're actively trying to buy a house on this market, if you're actively trying to sell your house, if you have your house for sale right now, this is the part of the show where we talk about a buyer tip and a seller tip that's going to help you. But this time around, I want to actually hyper focus on the topics that we are going across. So if you know that you are competing with investors, this is my buyer tip for the day. If you know that you are competing with investors who are making cash offers on deals, then you need to be pre-approved. And 9 times out of 10, they are looking for turnkey properties. All right. So if you look for properties that have been on the market even for longer than 30 days, longer than 3 weeks, investors aren't really focused on those properties. So this is a great opportunity for you to be pre-approved, be pre-approved already, have your pre-approval ready, know what you're looking for, and be willing to work on a fixer-upper. Be willing to see a property that is overpriced, because you physically being in the space, physically being the boots on the ground who are seeing these houses, most investors actually don't show to the properties. So you being somebody who's there, you have a little bit more leverage on negotiation when it comes to that. Yes, they might be cash heavy, but at the same time, if the house is still on the market 3 weeks, 30 days, or it's going to take a little bit work to get it move-in ready, investors aren't really looking at those properties first. Okay, so that's my little takeaway for today. So if you are looking to buy and you're competing with these cash guys, be pre-approved. Don't be afraid to look at an overpriced property, because you might be able to negotiate them down, where investors don't even want to take that shot half the time. So try to look at overpriced properties that have been on the market for a little bit longer than other ones, and shoot your best shot, because at the end of the day, the best properties go within the first 24, 48 hours. So if you're not that fast, then this is another strategy for you guys, and I hope it works out. Okay, so that's my buyer tip for the day. Now, moving on to the other side of the fence, my seller tip for the day. All right, now, here we go. Now, non-biased. This is a nonpartisan conversation right here, okay? So if you know, talking to my sellers now, I'm in my sellers here. Hey, sellers, hear this one. So for my sellers, if you know that 27% of the sales that's happened this year are by investors. We might need to talk to a person or two, okay? So why not highlight the rental potential of your listing? We thinking things now. We thinking things. So if we highlight the potential of how much rent you could get in a certain area, and then also highlight the lifestyle. We can't get rid of the lifestyle. Selling the lifestyle when it comes to a listing is actually moving properties much faster than, oh, look at what it is and what the price. People want to know that if I live there, I'm celebrating holidays there, I'm having family visit me here. Is it a space that I could see myself growing in? I know a lot of times we're so stuck on the money, we're stuck on the contract, we're stuck on the deal. But in today's mixed market, showing both sides of this fence is actually going to help you sellers more than you think. Okay. So even if you're overpriced, even if you feel like the market isn't what you want it to be, 27% of the purchases that's happened this year are by investors. So why not leverage yourself in a position to get that attention if you're not getting any traction? If you have questions, call me. My information's here. It's right there. You can call me whenever you want. This is what I do, 9 to 5, 9 days a week, because I don't even know what 7 days are, okay? I just live here. I live in this job, okay? So now that we went over the buyer and seller tip, now that I gave you the hot topics of what's going on in the real estate world, I got leads that was freaking calling me. I got a listing lead for Bridgeport. Okay, let's focus on, you already know, I got to plug the team. I got to plug in the team. We can't get on the Realty Resource Report. We can't broadcast from the RE/MAX St. Clairsville headquarters without plugging the team and letting you know what's for sale. Because there's houses for sale out here, okay? All right, now. The first one that I have for today. This is 67478 Kirkwood Heights in Bridgeport, Ohio. This is listed for $195,000. It is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. It is listed by Stacy Seidler. And if you guys, it's only been on the market for 4 days. 4 days, 195 underneath 200K. If you have any questions, reach out to her. She would love to schedule a showing for you. If you want me to take you, you can reach out to me. That is no problem with me, because it is in Ohio. This next one is in West Virginia. I'm not licensed there, so only so much I know about this one. Now, this is 1810 National Road on Wheeling, and this is a condo. It's listed for $75,000. What? Only 75? And that's listed by April Love and Crystal Martin. So if you want to know more information about that, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, X, Y, and Z, you can reach out to them. They would love to take you on a private tour. Now, the next one I got, this one's listed by Notori. It is 504 Williams Avenue in East Liverpool. That's listed for $145,000. That's actually a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. East Liverpool is like a little hike from where I'm at, but I love that town. That area is so awesome. It's right off the side of the river. If you haven't been, you gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. The next one I have is 255 Chauffeur Lane in Triadelphia. This one's nice. You got to ask if the trampoline comes with the house. That's a tip. Put the trampoline with the house. Ask for the trampoline. This one's listed by Austin. And it's out in Triadelphia. Listed for $305,000. Multiple bedrooms, multiple baths. I would love to tell you more, but I'm not licensed out there, so you got to reach out to Austin to schedule that private tour. Ask about the trampoline. Get the trampoline with the house. And then the last one I have for today is 724 Stone Shannon Road. This one's nice. This one's out in Wheeling as well, listed by Erica Tambrin. And $360,000. 4-bed, multiple bathrooms. I would love to tell you more, but you have to reach out to her to ask for that private tour so that you can see what's going on with that house. That may be. If you guys want me to help sell your house, I would love to do that. I do marketing, photo, video production, and all that. People who know me already know this. If you follow my page, you will see listings that I've filmed, photos and videos I've done. I will be posting those. I have more that I have to post. That is coming soon. And I like that I can invite people as a guest. That is what I'm going to start doing. Maybe on TikTok. Maybe I got to invite you guys in because that's pretty sweet. Now, we have several things coming up this week. Real estate development plans are still moving forward. I actually have a meeting with the city in Ohio County here in a few hours. So I will be getting to them. I'm just trying to look at all these messages that are coming in. So I'll be getting to them pretty soon. I wish I could tell you guys more about the real estate development and all the things that's going on with that. That is still a process being built. Government shutdown does not help anybody or anything make that process easier, because what I'm trying to do is very compliant with the government. So I don't want to ruffle those feathers or be on the bad side of that. And in the meantime,